Throughout the years it took to find the land, build and encourage Tony to learn new things, John reached out to his family often. They acted as if they thought he was crazy, that Tony could not learn anything or benefit from his work. John kept hoping it would happen, that the family would pull together. And now, today, he realizes the need for support again, now that Monica is threatening Tony's safety.
$60 a month. That's all it would cost so he could go into town with somebody else, cash his check and get some groceries. And he wouldn't have to pay Monica again. He would be free of that, just $60. Think about it. He could meet other people and see how they live. And he could find out he doesn't have to depend on Monica.
John argued that he could still see Monica if he wanted to, but he wouldn't be bound to her to get into town.
$60 a month, and you could feel like you were helping and feel good about it. I need an answer. Now. If you don't get it by now, you never will.
But he never heard back from anyone.
Well then, just send him a postcard at least. Once a month. A postcard. That'll cost only 50 cents and he'll think you're great. Now, you can't lose.
At this point, John begins stalling for time, recalling so many memories about how little help his family had been. He begins to believe that Tony is not planning to come back, even though he knows John is there, or because he knows John is there.
Oh, you're dumb, John, to think you'll get anywhere with Tony right now. Maybe you wake up one morning and begin to figure things out, but no signs of that now. You want him to see his situation and become responsible for his own life? Good luck.
John begins to pack up. He has accepted that no meeting will take place today. He thinks that Tony stayed away on purpose. Tony did not want to be lectured on his choices, especially about his friendship with Monica. He sensed that Tony did not trust him and would resist any idea he had to offer.
You want to run your own life with no help from me? Fine. Let Monica and the other predators get you. Sell the goddamn land. For 20 years I've been fighting your battles, keeping you safe. And I'm tired, Tony. I'm going home.
John gathers up his things, heads towards the door. Reuben, John's dog, stirs. He gets up and stands in front of John as he approaches the door.
What is it, buddy? I can't do it anymore. I've given up.
Reuben barks and stands his ground, making John put his stuff down and contemplate what else he could do.
Okay, but I'm going. Okay? I'll leave a note for him. Will that do, Reuben?
Reuben barks.
What? You're something else, eh? So, what should I say?
Reuben waits patiently. John feels Reuben is the one living creature that Tony can really trust. John sits at the table, brings out a pen and paper from his backpack. He has decided to tell Tony that things have to change, that he, John, has run out of time and patience, is getting too old to carry on as they have been.
Somebody else will have to take him on, Reuben. Old John's on his way out.
Reuben barks.
No, I can't do it, Reuben. There are other people out there who can help him. I know. I've checked things out in town. You can get rides and find a doctor, maybe a social worker. But he has to be willing. I'll go with him, but he's got to take the first step. There are people out there whose job it is to help people like Tony.
Reuben barks. John knows that this is not a poor society and that there is more and more talk about services for the disabled. He thinks it's time he and Tony benefited from all this. John begins to write, sharing his ideas with Reuben.
Okay, here's the deal. If you agree to see some people like the doctor, the social worker, maybe you'll get free rides into town. They'll come here and pick you up and you can get into town every time you have an appointment. You can do other things in town. Something new. Free rides. It'll work for you.
John stops and thinks about this scenario. Sounds good, but he worries about how these people will respond to Tony. He recalls their experiences with the welfare people, landlords, others who do good work among the poor. As long as they don't treat him like a moron, but like someone who is worth something.
He's not too weird, Reuben. More social now. Can talk to people better now, and by God, he's alive. In spite of everything, he's alive. That's got to be worth something, eh?
He warns them not to bully Tony, not even in good humor.
Especially not in good humor. Treat my brother with care. Tony, I came by, but you weren't here. We need to talk. Things have got to change. Call me. Call me. This is the last time I'm coming here to find you gone. The last time. Call me. P.S. I fixed the pump.
John gets up and heads for the door. Reuben follows him.
Yeah. You take good care of him, Reuben. Yeah. Good dog.